Alright, what's up guys? Tonight I got just a little showcase of all these little RGB hubs, fan hubs I kind of just went ham and ordered like 5 different ones. I think what I'm going to do is just play with different ones in each different build I flip in the near future and see who seems to have the best one where I can use as more of a, trying to come down to more of a cookie cutter type build. I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. It's kind of the whole reason I like to build. I like to get to play with new hardware all the time and try out new stuff and new tech. But it would be nice to have a good go-to ARGB slash fan hub or controller. And I know like a lot of y'all are probably thinking a lot of the really good name brand fans usually a 3-pack will come with its own controller, but remember I'm flipping these, trying to make them affordable so I can make a little bit of profit and trying, the cheaper the better. In my area, there's that tight little, say I think 500 to $600 range seems to sell the best for me. But the more money I spend on fans and stuff like that, man, it adds up. And then you got some cases like the last one that we saw just finally sold. It came with 6 fans already installed with the controller and everything, so I didn't even have to mess with any of that. But anyway, I just got like 5 or 6 different ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I got 5 different ones to try out, and I can already kind of leaning towards one for a specific reason, but I'll save that for later in the video. Might even be the last one I unbox. But first off, that we know is not going to win is the Deepcool RGB converter. And if you're not on the up and up in the tech world, the reason I say this one's not going to make the cut, I'm not going to be reordering this because I probably can't reorder this one because Deepcool is now sanctioned in the US for getting caught selling hardware to some Russian company involved in the Ukrainian war. Sucks. Deepcool makes a lot of affordable, cool stuff. I know us geeks and tech nerds don't really have anything to do with the Ukrainian war, but apparently now we do because we can't get Deepcool products. They're sanctioned in the US, so this one really wasn't all that great anyway. It only has, I think 3 or 4 ports. Yeah, so I don't know. This one just seems to be not that great anyway. It doesn't leave a whole lot of options. Nowadays, a lot of these cases, man, they've got up to 10 or 12 fans at a time sometimes. I think that's a little excessive, probably not all that necessary, but you gotta give the people what they want. But Thermalright, as y'all know, I'm a big Thermalright fan. They're always coming through with affordable, good stuff that I can rely on and trust. This one's definitely pulling in clutch. It's got 8 ports on it, ARGB and fan hub. So I don't know, man. This is looking like a solid contestant here. If I can even get it open. I think we actually unboxed this one the other night. Some of these I've already kind of revealed. I'm just kind of touching back on. But yeah, this is a pretty nice one here. Probably not going to open and completely unbox all of these. I'm just kind of going over just a brief review of each one. But yeah, it's got 8 ports for ARGB and 8 ports for fan control. And of course your main control wire. And a lot of these are coming this way with the double-sided tape. I know a lot of people use that in builds. I have not yet done that in any of my builds for any reason. PCs can get rather hot, so I don't really, if I could help it, I would rather go the magnetic route because You know, that tape, I just don't feel like it's going to last forever with these PCs heating up to, you know, 70, 80 degrees Celsius at times. But that's a good one. We're definitely going to keep on the back burner. We'll see how a lot of what's going to contribute to which one I go with more consistently is also going to be how much control we have over the fan curve. Like, you know, if they're just full blast when you plug them into the hub all the time, then obviously that's not going to be ideal. I prefer if we have, you know, the more fan control, the better. Where if they don't need to be full blast, we can keep the PC quieter, then, you know, that's definitely going to be the better route to take, of course. And then I got another Thermalright, and man, I just kind of went ham. Like I said, just ordered a bunch of stuff off Amazon. You know, I don't have any crazy sponsors for the channel. Don't have a lot of subscribers yet. You know, we're a small channel. So everything that you see me buy, you know, it's out of my own pocket. And I'm just kind of experimenting, playing with stuff, and hoping to flip it possibly and get my money back. But this one, I didn't realize it when I bought it, I guess. But it's just for ARGB. You know, you still have to hopefully be able to daisy chain the fans or have enough ports in your motherboard, but you usually do have a lot more fan ports in your motherboard for like system fan rather than ARGB is usually what you're tied on. Most motherboards I've worked on, you know, again, I'm doing more budget builds, only have 1 or 2 ARGB ports, so this will still come in handy for sure. But this one's a little more colorful, which is kind of like I talked about on the LGA 1700 bracket, the anti-bend bracket for the motherboard that, you know, you're using for the 12, 13, 14th gen Intel CPUs. They come in colors, which is, again, really dumb to me because once you put a cooler over it, you're never going to see it again. But this is a colorful little guy here, which is kind of funny because unless you put it on the inside of the chassis where it's shown through the window, not like you're really ever going to see this. You got 8 ports. Most all of these, actually all of these for sure, are going to be SATA powered. That's what's going to give the actual initial power to the hub. Again, this one comes with the double-sided tape. You know, initial fan wire to plug the thing in. Nice little instructions. I guess that's your instruction manual there. Or in English, better yet. Not a bad one. I ordered these a while back. My order was so spaced out, they were just coming 1 or 2 at a time. So, just like Deepcool getting sanctioned right now, as the day of filming this, they're now doing some kind of strike on the docks. All the workers on the docks are now striking. They make $39 an hour and 77% pay increase, which I wish I made $39 an hour. But either way, I don't know how that's going to affect us. Anything imported, like, might be kind of hard to get your hands on right now, so glad I got all these in when I did, because anything you order in the near future might be delayed if you can even get your hands on it at all. This one was really interesting. This came in an Amazon box, and when I ordered it was 12 bucks. Most all of these were between 10 and 20 bucks. But it's Asus, or Asus, however you want to say it, ROG. And it literally just came in an Amazon box. This is the only packaging it came in. Just literally just a Ziploc bag. There's no actual Asus box, so it must have some kind of third party involved in it or something. Which I thought, at the time, I was a little skeptical because I was like, man, anything ROG Asus is usually pricey. So 12 bucks, I was like, man, that's a pretty good price. But this one is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's 10, actually 11. No, that's the main wire that controls it. So you have 10 ports, ARGB. no fan control. Again, this one's the same way. It's just ARGB. You have to have separate fan control on the motherboard. But I don't know, cute little guy. Another 3M double-sided tape. This is literally all I got. There's no box, no instructions, anything. I got the initial wire to plug it in, a Ziploc bag, a double tape already mounted to it. Must be some kind of third-party deal, but I don't know. We'll see. That one's come in handy. All of them are going to get used at some point. I'm sure they'll come in handy. But this one right here, I think, is going to be the winner. And I say this even though it's a brand I've never heard of, have no dealings with. Can't even really, I don't know what that's supposed to be. Like a IHP or something? I don't know. But this one is actually checking all the boxes. And the reason I say that is 600 HW. I don't even know what this actual brand is. Hopefully I can just go back to my links and reorder this, because again, I think this is going to be the best bang for my buck. It's a 8-bit hub, PWM / ARGB 2-in-1. So this one, again, checks all the boxes. When we unbox this one, it actually has a fan and ARGB port, every other one. 8 of them. Again, don't really like the double-sided tape. This one is actually magnetic, right off the cuff. I don't have to use any kind of ghetto tape or anything like that. You got your control wire. This is why I think this is really going to help me in the flip build market, because it comes with a remote. You know, when you're selling these computers to like entry gamers, which are usually kids, and then the parents probably know very little about computers most of the time, which is why they're buying one, not building one. They don't have to worry about going through software and the motherboard to change the color. You can just be like, hey, this is a nice little plus. Where like, hey, you got a remote, comes with it. You don't like the color, just pick one out and go with it. But yeah, so far we'll see how this works. See how, again, the main deal is going to be how much control we have over the fan curve and how loud they're going to be. But this one, I'm really leaning towards this one. I mean, I think this is going to be the best bang for my buck. And this one I for sure remember was like 10 or 11 bucks. I don't know, I might go through there and try to find them all. Come through my Amazon orders and maybe link some of these in the description. But yeah, I'm really leaning towards this one, man. I like the whole, it's already magnetic. It's got fan and ARGB ports or headers. And it's comes with that remote. I think that remote is a big plus when you're trying to flip computers. But I guess only time will tell. Just kind of wanted to share all that with you guys. I don't know. They were cheap. They were like 10, 12, 20 bucks at the most. So I figured I'd just buy quite a few of them and just, you know, use trial and error and experimentation, see what I actually like. And in the future, I'll know, like, hey, this is the game winner here, so I'll just order 5 or 6 of those and be set anytime I need one. I've been doing a lot of commission builds where people, you know, usually it's a case swap, or they want to upgrade their fans or put a new AIO and switch the fans out on the existing AIO. People have no idea that you need a fan hub most of the time, and if the fans they get don't come with one most of the time, I either have to wait 3 to 5 days to get one in to finish the commission job for them, or now I just have a bunch of them on hand. That way I can just be like, hey, you owe me an additional 10 to 12 bucks, and I can go ahead and get the job done, get it out, you know, and move on to the next thing. And I don't have to sit on somebody's computer for 3 to 5 days, because I mean, you know, most people that do any kind of commission work, they want me to do that, they want the work done like yesterday, you know. So anyway, it's kind of cool. I thought I'd share all these little hubs I got in, see what you guys think about them. If you have a go-to hub you guys like to use, or fan controller, like feel free to comment. You know, never claimed to be like a professional. This is just a little side hobby for me. So if you guys got some advice or something, I'd love to hear it. Just comment it or shoot me an email. Appreciate it. Peace.